Welcome back to Homeless Haven TV, the only show produced in a teepee behind an embankment next to the expressway. I'm your host, BJ Gagne, and now it's time to have a little homeless cooking. Alright, today on Homeless Cookin', we're going to cook some morel mushrooms. We're going to have delicious steak with sauteed mushrooms and onions. And step one is to wander around behind an embankment next to the expressway until you stumble upon some morel mushrooms. Make sure that you do this in May. They look like this. If you're lucky, they look like this. Step two, you've got to soak the morel mushrooms in salt water, maybe overnight. This will get all of the insects, especially roly-poly bugs, out of them. And then wash them and slice them up. As I said, we're also going to have onions sauteed with our mushrooms and steak. So get yourself an onion. Of course, you're going to peel it. Take that and also slice it. Right, once you've sliced up your mushrooms and onions, you've got to fry them up on the grill. You don't want to have too much heat, a nice bed of hot coals. We're going to be frying them in a frying pan. So put your grate above the grill and get your frying pan warmed up. And I like the flavor of butter. So we're going to be sauteing our mushrooms and onions in butter. A nice big hunk of butter here. Toss that in there. Got that butter melting. Just got to add in the mushrooms and onions. Saute those for a while until they're fully cooked. It's nice to have them cooked down for a while. The onions will get caramelized, the mushrooms will cook. The mushrooms might cook a little faster, so what I like to do is put them on top of the onions, let the onions cook on the surface of the pan. The mushrooms sort of sit on top and get steamed, and then when the onions are ready, mix them all up so that the mushrooms can get that brownness from the heat of the pan as well. So these onions have caramelized now. They've browned up some, color of caramel. And my steak in the meantime has been resting out behind me so that it's not too cold when I put it on the grill. You want it to be about room temperature or outdoor temperature. You don't want your coals to be too hot either. You've got to cook each side for about 5 or 6 minutes. I'm going to have my steak about medium rare. And take that steak, drop it right on those coals. Alright, it's been grilling for about 5 or 6 minutes on that side, so it's time to flip it. It's looking good. A few more minutes now on this side. Alright, it's been about another 5 minutes. It's ready to be eaten. My steak's cooked perfectly. Steak. Ooh. And sauteed morel mushrooms and onions. How's it taste? Let's find out. Make sure I get a mushroom. Come here, you. Delicious. We'll be right back.
Almost gone are the days when peace ruled the earth with a firm and gentle hand, when fear of God dwelt in the hearts of men and women and children, when the 10 original commandments were the accepted laws of every civilized country and nation on the face of the globe, when those who prayed on their knees in church on Sunday did not go back to their homes to pray on their neighbors the remaining 6 days of the week, when religion was practiced with unfalse solemnity and honest sincerity, and when soul salvation was a heritage from heaven to not merely a few thousand, but to many millions, those days are almost gone.